San Francisco. How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, it feels so good to be a fine art. Because this is a Palace of Fine Arts, and you're here to see us. That means that we are fine art.
Will, just a little bit of legal business at the top of this. Warning, this podcast can expose you to chemicals including lead, which is known to the state of California to cause cancer. For more information, go to p65warnings.ca.gov.
San Francisco, it is a joy to be with you here tonight on the last stop of our seemingly endless tour.
Choo-choo, baby.
But I will say, every state that we have visited, we won.
Yep.
So,
we might be magic. I'm not saying we are, but we might be.
I mean, look what happened in the state we didn't go to.
No, yeah. Every state we went to, Elizabeth Warren got resounding third and fourth place victories. We missed one, and less impressive fifth place victory.
it's either, not our fault because we didn't go, or our fault for that very same reason.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't trade it for the world to be here in California, in San Francisco. Yeah. I mean, this makes for a good contrast because we woke up in Sacramento this morning.
What the fuck is that place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they're trying.
Yeah, but to do what?
They're working on that.
Yeah. They have an old West town. They have a train museum. Do you guys have one of those here?
Train museum is pretty dope, I gotta tell you guys.
It was pretty good. We described Sacramento as basically like it's a city that's like a SimCity 2000 template that you start with. That's what Sacramento felt like.
No expansion packs.
Sacramento shows how highly Californians think of themselves, that they made their capital city purgatory.
It should just go, Sacramento, good enough. Come on. You could do better, but it seems like it'd be a real pain in the ass.
To be
Just
fair,
hang out, it's fine.
they were, I think, one of our best crowds this tour.
Yeah, they were all wild.
so happy someone came to see them. So let's see if you can outdo them.
Let's keep that energy up. Let's keep that energy up and going tonight. Like I said, I will just, start out by shamelessly kissing your ass. I always love coming to San Francisco, in my opinion, the most beautiful city in this great state of America that happens to be filled with the most obnoxious assholes that this country is capable of producing.
We're staying in this really lovely hotel in this place called the Tenderloin. It is actually like a recently renovated hotel, so it is kind of nice. But when we went downstairs to get to the venue, there was a woman with an acoustic guitar in front of a Coexist sculpture, giving off extreme Lisa Loeb energy, and that's very violent.
That was harassment. That was violence. I feel unsafe. I don't even know if I'm going back there tonight.
She's one of the many Rebecca Solnits I've seen here. Your city is full of Rebecca Solnits, just like willowy women with giant sad eyes and wispy hair that don't know what happened for the past 20 years.
San Francisco, special type of demon city. It's like if you gave Janice Soprano $500 billion to create her perfect society.
Well, I suppose we should begin tonight with today's news, which is that Joe Biden has won his first ever presidential primary.
All right.
You know what? Thank you.
Let's give him one.
Thank you for giving it up.
It only
like,
took
I know
him,
we have- we- I
it
know we
only
have-
took him 500 years.
This is his third attempt at running for president, and this is the first state he's won. And you know what? Thank you, San Francisco. I know we have a rather undeserved reputation about being, vicious bullies to the candidates that we don't support and their supporters, and that's not true. We're nice to Joe Biden. So I just want to show just a little respect at the top of the show for former Vice President Joe Biden.
Vibin' Joe Biden.
Vibin' Joe Biden has won his first contested primary since we were on the fucking gold standard. If you were the soda jerk at that victory party tonight, you are sending all your kids to college.
The root beer is flowing at Joe headquarters in Charleston right now. Sarsaparilla.
He's making it rain Werther's Originals.
People are drinking cream soda off of dancers' bellies.
And, I want to say, obviously, I would have liked it if Sweet Bernard had just
That would have been nice.
just kept rolling. But here's the thing: let the other boys play. Let them get a chance.
Let the baby have his bottle.
Yeah.
No, just let someone else get a chance to win. This is good sportsmanship.
No, yeah, that's why they'll have a primary of every WeWork in America. So Liz can finally get something.
So Joe Biden has won South Carolina convincingly. Which it doesn't throw a wrench in the victory plan. It just makes you good people in California all the more important. So
Gotta get all those delegates, baby. Gotta catch them all like Pokemons.
The power is in all of your hands tonight. Well, or up until Tuesday. So just keep working and bring home the big W so we can go home feeling good.
Yes.
And just that's why you're doing this.
Yeah.
That's why you're doing this. It's the future of our country and the future of my 5-hour plane ride back home. Just give me some good. Give me something good to feel about.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Joe Biden won. We feel good for him, but there's also some bad news to come out of South Carolina, and that is the end of Tom Steyer's presidential campaign.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
That's
to
right.
yesterday.
And that's funny because he booked Boys to Men to do his concession party.
Yeah.
All he wanted was an invite to the cookout.
No, yeah. Tom Steyer was last seen lowering himself into a vat of molten steel, saying to his supporters, "I know why you have the cookout, but it's something I can never be invited to."
And I just want to share with you, so in the Nevada caucus, he booked the surviving members of TLC
Yes.
to do an event for him, which I thought was pretty
The
great.
T and the C, I believe.
T in the C, yeah.
Unfortunately, rest her soul, Lisa Left Eye Lopez was not there. But if she was, I think he could have pulled it out.
Yeah, no, that would have been the difference, I think.
So, but here, I was like, out of the billionaires currently, or used to be running for president, or are currently president, Tom Steyer was my favorite. We shared a little moment together where he told me about how to dress, and how to sort of get up in the morning, ready to face the world with a fun, cheerful, but aggressive attitude. And because of that, I'd like to declare him the moral victor of South Carolina and this presidential race so far.
Yes. He is definitely
He's going to hell.
He is definitely
Straight to fucking hell.
he is definitely the Mario to Mike Bloomberg's Wario.
And here's the thing, though, he's one of those rare billionaires that made his billions in ways that are bad, he unfortunately had to get his hands a little bit dirty to make those billions of dollars, which is a rare thing, and I think he should be condemned for that.
That's right. He made his fortune producing the Norm Macdonald vehicle, Dirty Work.
But he did get to produce one of my favorite moments from the campaign so far that we'd like to share with you to start out tonight. So please, can we run the Tom Steyer pre-resignation party video when he was still hoping for something a little better, but he got something very good out of it. So let's roll that clip.
Oh, God.
There we go.
Oh, God, it's like Slender Man.
I'm actually really impressed that he kind of knows what to do with his hands. Like, that's the hardest. Like, he's clearly been watching, like, Punjabi wedding videos. Like, he's figured something out. It may not be completely appropriate, but it's not totally still. I mean, he's not doing, like, the sprinkler or anything.
It's like the hand monster from Pan's Labyrinth went on Soul Train.
This is Tom Steyer both dropping it like it's hot and backing that ass up. And if that doesn't spell fun, cheerful, and aggressive, I don't know what does. But the thing about Tom Steyer is, like, as far as billionaires who run for president go, I feel like he's doing it the right way, which is to spend all that money to hang out with Bernie Sanders and Juvenile.
Yeah. It's cute.
I mean, I think it's cool. And also, like, Juvenile probably got paid $2 million to do 3 songs there, which I think is fucking great. I mean, if Juvenile is winning, I'm happy. I don't care who his patron is, So Tom Steyer, we salute you. Your jersey will be raised to the rafters.
Another absolute legend.
But as long as Bloomberg's still in the field, fucking up all the votes and distracting everyone from Bernie, I think we're still in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Despite Joe Biden winning South Carolina. All right, you may notice we have 2 empty seats on the stage. So I don't want
The Krasenstein brothers.
No.
Don't encourage that.
Yeah. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's bring out 2 of San Francisco's finest, Liz and Brace from TrueAnon podcast. Woo!
Such a sweetie.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
What's happening, fellas?
Keep it going for TrueAnon, everybody. It's great to have you here today, and I wanted to get you out, early in the second part of our first act here, because we are going to talk about lying loser Liz Warren. So we're gonna play a game of good Liz, bad Liz.
I'm good, Liz.
She's good, Liz?
Yeah.
She's fine, yeah.
And I want to start with this is breaking news. This just happened now. Warren giving her 5th place victory speech tonight.
We love it. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Dude, she fucking rocks, dude. I'm back to liking her now.
She's Joker-fied.
Beautiful loser.
When my fam runs the train, I'm the caboose.
This will be the 3rd straight state where she won 0 delegates.
Well, it's funny you
Nowhere to
mentioned...
go but up. Next year is practice. The year after that's the playoffs. Let's go, baby. Liz Warren, 100% reason to remember the name, 2% Cherokee. Let's do it.
So what was it, Virgil? You said this is the 3rd state where she is...
3rd straight state,
The 3rd
yes.
straight state in which she is leaving with no delegates. But she gave her 5th place victory speech and went on to explain why she is staying in the race. She says, we want to gain as many delegates as we can going into
Great
the
job.
convention.
Yeah.
You're doing wonderfully.
Doing
in it.
good.
Oh,
She's on track.
You suck.
And this strategy has become more explicit in just the last few days. And I want to play just a video here of like one of her top surrogates, this guy Adam Green, explaining on MSNBC what Liz is. This is the Liz path to victory that he's going to describe now.
Is this from the OnlyFans leak?
So we're very optimistic that she will enter those states with big momentum
Do
and
you
rack
think
up
she's
a good
going
number
to
of
win
delegates.
any particular state, or do you have an expectation for the delegate count that she'll walk away with after Tuesday?
I'm blinking.
Well, my expectation is that when you look at the totality of candidates on the playing field, she'll be, in the top tier when it comes to delegate count.
Winning any states.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you had to choose between, winning one state here, one state there, versus crushing it when it comes to delegates, you would much rather have delegates. I saw that Amy Klobuchar is going to North Dakota. I wish her well there. But if she, leaves Super Tuesday with a couple delegates from North Dakota, that would not be as desirable as Elizabeth Warren crushing it when it comes to delegates in Colorado,
Why
Texas,
does he keep saying
California.
crushing it?
So that's a long-term path to her victory.
He's talking about the crush
entering the top
videos
tier,
that are-
yeah.
continuing in the top tier after Super Tuesday as some other candidates fall by the wayside.
He
So I
hasn't
know
blinked
Elizabeth
once
Warren has
since
said
the
that she
start.
wants to go into the convention with the delegates that she has earned. And there's also a story out from the New York Times talking about superdelegates trying to stop Senator Sanders. And it says, since Mr. Sanders' victory in Nevada's caucuses on Saturday, the Times has interviewed 93 party officials, all of them superdelegates who could have
Epstein.
a say on the nominee at the convention, and found overwhelming opposition to handing the Vermont
All right,
senator the nomination if he arrived with the
end
most
this clip.
delegates.
This guy,
Yeah, Joker.
She's the damn
Yes.
Joker.
Dude, I'm serious. She went from a nickel to a dime, man. This is fucking.
She is the damn Joker.
I'm loving it.
I hope my concession speech makes more sense in my campaign. That Adam Green guy rocks. He's like a Dolezal, but for being a reptilian. He got his tongue sharpened, got some surgery where he doesn't have to blink. He just wants people to think he's a lizard.
Yeah.
Good spokesman.
So, not only are they not winning delegates or states, they're making clear that their plan is to keep doing that.
Yeah.
And it will result in
Smooth sailing from here.
Well, most people, I think I can speak for everyone in this room. None of us have earned a single delegate this entire cycle. So she really is the people's candidate.
I have accrued several delegates.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's Amy is say what you will about Amy, but she's gonna win her home state. She can't even do that.
No, exactly. No, they're going to be like, that professor, they will not give a shit.
Yeah.
Also, thank God Amy is, because I would worry about the safety and lives of her staff.
Yes. Well, you know how Elizabeth Warren on her website and it's like a Q&A or clearing up the facts or whatever. There's
Fact Squad.
Well, there's a section you showed it to me that said that she doesn't have a racist artifact, right?
Yeah, okay, Liz, this is so great. So everyone forgets this, but when Liz Warren opened her campaign, there's a section on her website called Fact Squad, which,
Sick.
first of all, sick. Respect. And there was two things that I always think about, and one of them was, debunking the myths. Whoa. And it was no, Elizabeth Warren does not have a racist artifact in her kitchen.
But what I'm saying is, if she just took that off her fucking website and said that she did have a racist artifact in her kitchen, she would sweep Massachusetts. Every delegate.
No, that's the sad thing about the Warren campaign. She is on track to complete the 2022 Get Primaried by Dave Portnoy challenge.
Yeah, it's her entire staff is made up of the HR team of the Netroots conference.
So the question is, what's really going on here? And here's a clue. She also said this at her, like I said, her fifth place victory speech tonight. On Bernie Sanders, she says, this crisis demands more than a senator who has good ideas, but whose 30-year track record shows he consistently calls for things he fails to get done and consistently opposes things he nevertheless fails to stop. So, he failed to stop the Iraq War from happening,
Yes.
and he's called for the institution of a modest New Deal social welfare
He
state.
failed to stop
then
Ronald
don't
Reagan from being elected, whom she voted for.
Do better, Bernie. Jesus Christ.
What's so incredible is literally 2 days ago, she was damn, we shouldn't have sanctions against Iran because of coronavirus.
Yep.
And it's bitch, you voted for them. So what is she even talking about?
That's such a perfect example because the selling point among her fans and surrogates is she is the best person to be president because she has a supernatural ability to just like absorb data and understand like plans and like legislation in a way. And she was like, oops, I guess I voted for the sanctions that preclude any possibility of humanitarian aid to a country now where the coronavirus is rapidly spreading.
They think the president is a mentat. Like you don't have to do that. You just sit by the desk and say, go figure it out.
Yeah.
And other people do it.
Who cares if you write the best legislation? That's not the president's job. You have losers to do that.
These people keep forgetting when they talk about how, Elizabeth Warren, her plans, and she's so smart, and he said what they're forgetting is the most important fact, which is that Liz Warren fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That was my favorite line.
She fucking sucks.
They do forget that.
She just comprehensively sucks ass.
That was my favorite line from the New York Times article about us. It just said, at their live show in Iowa, Chapo Trap House was light on policy specifics.
Dude, I was reading earlier today, so now that Steyer is, if Bloomberg drops out of the race, she'll be richer than all the other candidates combined.
Well, okay. I'm glad you brought that up. She is richer in one specific way.
Wampum.
There you go. That's a good one.
Thanks, buddy.
The speakers, I can't hear it, but...
Elizabeth Warren now has the largest super PAC in the Democratic field.
Wow.
It says here, Senator Elizabeth Warren, who has
But like in a feminist way.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Warren, who has spent much of her presidential campaign condemning super PACs as part of a corrupt campaign finance system that favors the wealthy and powerful, now appears to be the single biggest beneficiary of super PACs in the 2020 Democratic presidential field. Persist PAC, the super PAC backing Warren's candidacy.
Again, sounds like ovarian cyst pack. Bad name.
Announced on Thursday night it would spend an additional $9 million helping Warren with television and digital advertising in some of the most expensive media markets in the country, including Los Angeles and San Francisco.
Woo! Yeah.
Ahead of so-called Super Tuesday. So it goes on here. Warren believes Persist PAC and all other super PACs should disclose their donors before Super Tuesday, campaign spokesperson Chris Hayden said. But a spokesperson for Persist PAC said the group would stick to the legally required March 20th deadline to report its donors to the FEC after roughly 3/5 of the delegates to the convention will have been awarded.
Huh. Oh,
so here's
jeez, God, okay.
So she's saying, as you saw from her surrogate and like in her comments in her fifth place victory speech, she's saying, look, we have no plan to win any state.
No.
We just want to get like a bare minimum of delegates to do like some maneuver at the convention. But here's the thing. So then why is she now the biggest recipient of super PAC money out of any of these candidates when she's saying like, I'm a loser. I'm not going to win this thing outright by any means. And I'm probably not even going to get it given to me at the convention. Why are they giving her all this money? To fuck with Bernie Sanders and stop him from becoming president.
Obviously.
That's what this Persist PAC is all about. This is a kneecap Bernie Sanders PAC.
Yes.
Well, I would not be surprised. I think it's going to be difficult. And, I mean, there are still real journalists, as much as it pains me to say that, out there. But I think that if people do enough digging, I would not be surprised to find out that Bloomberg's money is... right in
super PAC.
Persist PAC.
I think it's just like rich people who do tribbing.
What is that?
I'll tell you about it in the break.
I never know what Brace is talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Brace and say that like Persist PAC is probably funded by like people who got a class action settlement from Herbalife.
Here's what I don't get. I understand why a guy like Adam Green is simping for Warren, even though she categorically will not win the nomination. I don't know, maybe the moldy peaches residual checks have dried up or something. But I'll take at face value that Warren's goal is to be president, right? And her idea is, okay, I want to accrue as many pledge delegates as possible, and keep them in some kind of like multi-ballot situation at the convention. It just seems to me that if you wanted to position yourself as the consensus unity candidate, someone who swoops in and takes it because it's deadlocked, it seems like you'd be better positioned if you had not just eaten shit in all 50 states, including your home state. Like if she had just honestly, Kamala Harris is better positioned for that role because she can say, "Hey,
Virgil.
I'm not a loser. I dropped out before any voting happened."
No, Virgil. It's she's doing the King Solomon. She's like, okay, but what if no one liked one?
What if we just like
compromises.
didn't cut a baby in half?
Yeah.
Because at most she's getting like 100 delegates, even with all this fucking dark money. Like that's nothing. That's not enough to fucking negotiate with.
And they're all gonna die of like anaphylaxis from a peanut allergy soon anyway.
What she doesn't get, what Warren and her people do not get, is that if they do take it from him in the second round, their gesture towards democracy is that the person they nominate is going to be somebody who didn't run. Because if it's anybody else, it's like they got way fewer votes than Bernie. How fucked up is it that they're the nominee? If it's somebody who didn't run, then, well, if they'd run, hypothetically, they could have gotten all the votes.
That's fight songs music.
They've already
So
run
it's
it
not
by
gonna be
Sherrod
Warren.
Brown.
Like,
They've already
Warren's-
run it by Sherrod Brown, and he's like, yes, I will, take the responsibility.
So, like, what all of this is like, Warren, best case scenario is she gets to be the VP to, like, Hillary. As like a gesture to the left to be like, yeah, but look, Warren's the VP and Hillary might die of Kuru at any moment.
That's about that, or it's just spite because none of it makes sense.
I think they really did
It's
leak out.
Joker-fied. She's Joker-fied, folks.
She's Joker-fied.
I think they really did leak out the Sherrod Brown thing to sort of test the waters. And the fact that he even made kind of a comment on it, where he was just like, yeah, I would do that, which infuriates people, indicates to me that they didn't want to actually use him, but they wanted to, like, see how they deal with this.
Chum the water.
Because no one likes Sherrod Brown either.
Yeah, the other thing that's happening now is, in advance of Super Tuesday, Bernie just did a massive rally in Boston Commons. I think there was like 12 or 13,0in people there in Boston. And
presidential harassment.
like he's like
the Bernie blackout.
He's doing big events in Massachusetts, and I really love like the new take from the media is like poor form on Bernie for humiliating Elizabeth Warren in her home state.
Where's his sportsmanship?
Like, how dare he try to win an election? And like, I saw someone who was
Okay,
like,
humiliating Elizabeth Warren is the only thing Elizabeth Warren does better than Bernie.
So briefly, I would like to dive into, courtesy of the New York Times, is Michelle Goldberg. The case for Elizabeth Warren. And I know it may look grim because of polling and her general personality.
The fact that she sucks.
But here is the best case for Elizabeth Warren. It's because she wants to purify capitalism so that it works as it should.
I hate toxic capitalism.
Me too. There should be a great cleansing within the capitalist class. We should purify it. Absolutely. They're dirty.
I love it.
By the way, are any of you in the audience New York Times reporters? If so, could you please leave? So she, I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but she goes, Warren has an almost supernatural ability to identify problems before anyone else and work to relentlessly solve them. Of all the Democratic candidates...
Especially once she makes...
9/11 still happened.
Yeah.
She wasn't that fucking perceptive.
Matt, it might not have.
Yeah.
We don't fully know.
If Elizabeth Warren was on that plane, she would have gotten in the aisle of Flight 93 and been like, "I'm mad."
No, she would have been like, "Oh man, I'm from Saudi Arabia too, man."
What I really like about this one line where she says, she has a supernatural ability to identify problems before anyone else. She was a Republican until like 1997. What were these?
I think the problems, I guess, was people who had AIDS was to Elizabeth Warren.
She did not see that one coming.
Yeah. Voted for Reagan twice. Pathetic.
So she goes, she would make the most effective president, in parentheses. Full disclosure, my husband, a graphic designer and creative director, works as a consultant for her.
You mean your wife?
Yeah.
I would love to see the work her husband has done for Elizabeth Warren.
Well, he does the teal backgrounds.
We will get to that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I kind of know what it is, but I'm also assuming in addition to the famous thing he did, it's like, Yeah, a drawing of Elizabeth Warren as Rosa Parks that they like apologized for on Vimeo, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter.
I'll be honest with you. If you drew Elizabeth Warren as Rosa Luxemburg, about a fifth of DSA would probably be tricked into voting for her. Say, maybe you should read a book.
I feel like creative directors for Warren is the most creative director thing ever.
Yes.
So she goes on to talk about the big jewel in her crown is the Consumer Financial Protection Burger Bureau.
Delicious.
Warren realized that complexity was being used against consumers.
No.
Pointing out that a typical credit card contract had grown from one page in the 1980s to more than 30 pages 2 decades later.
Oh, boy.
Mean that.
Ordinary people didn't understand the terms they were agreeing to, allowing lenders to fleece them.
However, something that I brought up. One of the other reasons that she doesn't resonate, or her forms don't resonate with millennials, is that all of us have been in default for student loans for so long that we can't even get a credit card.
Yeah,
so it's like it doesn't even mean anything to anyone under 50.
But I like this thing where it's like ordinary people just don't understand the terms that allow them to be fleeced.
I just also, really quick, I just want to say that, like, the CFPB fucking did shit. Like, I'm sorry. This whole idea that it was, like, the savior of the fucking recession is fake news, lion news media. Like, and I just want to say, like, her number 2 hire at the CFPB left to go work at a startup for fucking predatory loan sharking. He was
These guys probably work there too.
They probably do. But I'm just saying, like, even her approach to all of this is emblematic of the way that she approaches everything, which is that the only thing we need to do is regulate things efficiently so that markets can do their magic. And the way you do that is through law, right? Now, this is called neoliberalism. That's literally the fucking academic definition.
Well,
so
and
all
the
these
reason she-
assholes
Liz, I'd
who
like
gave
to-
people shit for calling her a neoliberal, you're the dum-dum, not me.
I'd like to just maybe just offer a slight correction to that. You say that the CFPB did nothing, but according to Michelle Goldberg, it got her and her husband an $11,000 refund for some...
Great, amazing. How many millions of Americans lost their fucking homes?
Wait, for what? Why did they get a refund? That's not what the CFPB
What'd they
does.
buy for $11,000?
I don't even know.
No,
They
because
sounds
the
irresponsible.
CFPB, they were focused on banking fraud and basically refunding. I mean, I'm seriously,
Done a lot of banking fraud.
but like refunding fines and stuff.
So here's like, we were refunded more than $11,000. That experience is part of why my husband signed up to consult with Warren to design her logo.
That makes it sound so mafia. Like, and one day I will ask you for a favor.
To design her logo, he went with the Statue of Liberty to find the precise color of green.
That fucking
So much.
mint shit. Fucking Casper mattress ass presidential campaign.
Yeah.
He also designed a full-sized, big structural Bailey with functioning genitals.
The wicker dog.
Yeah.
I can't handle how all her staff have this matching avatars with the mint background. It's like so dorky.
It's to swear their fealty to the Lich King. You don't know what a Lich is. I don't know why I'm saying that.
Yeah, at this point in the campaign, the matching green Abbeys may as well be matching Nikes on a bunk bed.
Yes.
Damn.
So, skipping ahead here, she says, unlike Bernie Sanders, she doesn't carry around the electoral albatross of socialism. She wants to purify capitalism of stifling corruption so that it works as it should. Not for nothing is her dog, Bailey, named after the virtuous small-town banker played by Jimmy Stewart in It's a Wonderful Life. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
This lady could not be any less Jewish.
Oh my god, I hate that movie so much.
I regret having sex
Everyone
with her
does.
every
I'm
fucking
so
day.
confused, though,
Wait a second. Okay.
the albatross of socialism. That doesn't even make sense. Like, what? First of all, she's the painted ship upon the painted sea, so I don't even understand what's going on. But that's not a literary reference to anything.
I like the new agey language of we're going to purify capitalism.
Yeah.
Is Warren's whole policy is homeopathy for capital.
We're going to take it down to
yeah,
Big
no,
Sur,
I went with
go
Travis
camping for a
Bickle.
few weeks, and then break up with the bad parts, like all my girlfriends do to
literally,
me.
that is like what the CFPB is. Like the whole idea is it's like OSHA for capitalism.
Yeah.
It's like
she's
how it
gonna
works.
be
That's
works.
why she said she left the Republican Party. She said because she thought it wasn't maintaining and fostering capitalism well enough
Which,
anymore.
funny enough, happened in the mid-'90s. Now, if anyone knows what the history of the Democratic Party, it's like, oh, wait, what else happened in the mid-'90s in the Democratic Party?
The CFPB works.
They
You just
became
forgot to put the
Republicans?
crystals in it.
Yes, you had the Clinton fucking...
I was thinking of the dick sucking thing, but yeah.
No, that was late 90s, Brace.
Oh, well, it's.
So it
Sorry, I
says-
can't remember. I was sucking a dick at the time.
Under Trump, American government has become a squalid orgy of self-dealing.
Yeah,
Unlike
yeah.
bore
Dude,
him.
stop
That
making
is
it
great.
sound cool
It's great.
as hell.
Sounds like a damn podcast backstage.
Also, so Liz, my favorite thing that happened to the CFPB under Trump is that the guy in charge of it now literally got the job by running into the office and locking the door and saying he's the head of the CFPB.
I mean,
You know
that's
what
how
I
you got on the
respect?
podcast, so.
I respect that.
Let me
move.
real with you, Virgil. That does sound like something you might do.
Yeah, if I thought it would work.
Yeah.
Well, if there
So
was
clearly we got someone on the ball here, so all smooth sailing, capitalism being purified.
yeah, there was probably a bathroom in there.
The most like Trump.
Yeah, there probably is a bathroom in there because I don't know, luxury offices have bathrooms, and I only said luxury offices. Will.
Yeah.
The most like Trump admin move is just like a whole bunch of like people they bring in just running into offices yelling squatters' rights.
Yeah. It's all crust punks from Germany.
Stop making it sound cool, man.
Yeah,
Just finish it out here. There is not a person on earth better suited to clean it up than Warren. So cleaning it up, she wants to get Lloyd Blankfein in a room and run about 8 gallons of coffee through his asshole, and he'll be feeling great. Capitalism will be
His
great.
chakras will be realigned.
We need a Kofifi.
She's just like, she's just gonna make all of Jeffrey Epstein's friends just stop. Like, what are they gonna do, dude? It's their fucking job to rip us off. Like, why would the credit cards don't exist to like help people buy things? They exist to make fucking banks money. Whew.
It's funny, you're
But
Hey, go off, King.
your credit
I got
rating
my
is
first credit
literally
card this
lower
year.
if you pay off your credit card diligently.
That's true. So it says here, if this were a Jimmy Stewart movie. Just Leos. I don't know why you keep tacking. This is Bernie Sanders. He's a good man. She'd come from behind to win the nomination. Right now, that possibility looks remote, but as long as she's still in the race and most of America hasn't voted, it's not too late for the nightmare of the Trump era to give way to a Hollywood ending. And that Hollywood ending is when Tracy Flick ends up working for a Republican senator at the end of that movie.
No, it's not a Jimmy Stewart movie. It's a Jack Lemmon movie.
dude, I'm sorry. White women are racist as hell, and I fucking come on, fellas. Not you guys. Oh, the chicks here are cool. So I don't want one as the president. I'm just kidding. That didn't go as well as I thought. It's white women.
So here we go. They're hoping out for that Hollywood ending. We're like, I don't know, after she finishes third in California with no
doesn't
delegates.
even get the steak.
No,
She'll get-
not third.
Okay.
No,
she'll
she's
get up there
not
on
third.
stage, and like she'll be walking up there hobbled, and then it's like the German hyper efficient electoral team, the one really tough guy you thought was evil will just start doing this,
Yes.
and then the whole room will elect in applause.
Lenny Riefenstahl zooms out. We see all the teal backgrounds.
All right, San Francisco, that is your perfect case for electing Elizabeth Warren. In case any of you were on the fence going into Tuesday. Just keep that in mind. Keep It's a Wonderful Life in mind when you're, out canvassing for Elizabeth Warren this weekend.
She will turn the entire country into Emeryville. I promise you. I promise you. If the streets will be paved with a weird thing that just no one on the sidewalk,
What do
Urban
we call-
Outfitters comes back.
What do we call her? Lion Liz Rucker Warren.
Yeah.
Right?
There we go. San Francisco, we're going to take our intermission now. Please stick around. We got another video for you in the intermission act. We should be back in like 15 minutes, and we've got a dossier prepared by our colleagues over here on another certain presidential candidate and his connection to one of our good friends. We'll be back. Stick around. Yeah, you won't like Matt Christman because he had the pro pit bull position. But
Yeah, they know the truth. These people know.
I'm
about
sorry.
Those gentle giants.
Before we go anywhere, I just got to say we are in the neighborhood where a famous case of a murder by two pit bulls by this fucking rich couple who fucked the dogs took place.
Can we start?
okay, everything Tucker said about this.
No,
is
it's
correct.
fucking true. You guys know what I'm talking. So, you guys probably all moved here like 2 years ago. That happened in the goddamn marina.
You guys are all in the forums,
Pack
right?
Yeah.
Can we just stop going in on Warren people in the second half?
I'm sorry.
Like, you know, we're going for unity now.
They weren't pit bulls? They're fucking loud.
I'll have you know, sir, they were not pit bulls. Pit bulls have still never done any kind of harm to anyone in history.
I love that is the fact that you guys are focusing on and not the fact that he just said they fucked the dog.
They fucked the dog, yeah.
So
But the dogs they
Ron.com
fucked were not
city.
pit bulls, and that needs to be recorded in the record.
Well, moving on from dog fucking to
Must
some more
we?
good news. I just want to take some time at the top of the second act to briefly address another issue in the news that's causing me a great deal of anxiety. I'm talking, of course, about coronavirus. Let's.
I am actually, I'm on a lot of Sudafed right now, but I do not have corona.
Excuse me, COVID-19. Please don't dead name
Yeah.
the virus.
Yeah, I have COVID-20, you fucking loser.
That's when I really realized it could be serious, because it's like coronavirus, that sounds like a joke, but COVID.
It sounds like a dad joke about a hangover. So like you got that coronavirus.
But COVID-19, oh, I could see that happening.
They should call it ultra herpes, and everyone would be terrified of it.
I could just see a sci-fi story of someone on a ravaged future Earth, and it was after COVID-19.
I've been diagnosed with COVID-19.
You don't know what that is.
Laughing at you.
All right, so
laughing at.
San Francisco, I want to do a little exercise here tonight. Everyone in the audience, look to your left. Look to your right. Both of those people you saw tonight will have had a great time at the Chapo Trap House live show here at the Palace of Fine Arts Theater.
And none of them will die of coronavirus.
So I don't know how to feel. I'd take a Xanax backstage because people were talking about this shit.
People, he means me. by the
Okay.
way.
I think we have I think we have the full spectrum of just how afraid or not afraid we should be of coronavirus. So I'm gonna start with the most red-pilled contingent of the stage here. The most deep down the rabbit hole you can go here.
Joke's on you, motherfucker. The red pill is the only cure for coronavirus.
Yeah, I'm like so black-pilled that I watched an hour of YouTube about how 5G caused coronavirus.
Yes. Yes, she did.
Brace, tell me on this. Should I be scared or not scared of?
Well, the thing is, they engineered coronavirus to erase the memory of the man who could have saved China, Lin Bao. But no, I mean, what? 1% of people will die? How about 1% of people in the audience stand up? No, that would get dark.
They don't know their left from their right. We just learned that.
Yeah.
If
Well,
you're-
hey,
no,
yeah,
no, no,
everybody tap the guy to your left, have him stand up, that person's gonna die. Here's the thing. I am heavily armed, both now and at home. So here's a little life hack. You do not need to make a go bag. You just need a high-powered rifle, a pistol, and then a backup pistol you keep in the truck that you steal from your neighbor, because you could just take people's water after that. You got to go to the fucking New York Times lady's parents' house, get the water from them after.
You see, I am so cucked by the election that when I hear this story, I read about how, coronavirus might overcome the entire Earth within a year. I'm thinking, man, given its mortality rate among old people, if it hit like a month before the election,
Exactly.
Bernie could win all 50 states.
But Matt, my theory is, because you know how like the entire upper leadership of the Iranian government like might have it now? They're gonna fucking try to give it to Bernie.
They're gonna try to, but he is blessed by God, and
Yeah.
I think like I'm leaning towards that. This is the
Jewish God.
This is a plague. This is a plague sent by God.
The real one.
To help Bernie. So I think he is like.
This flag has been sent to help Bernie.
Well, he's
I
already
100%
fucking,
believe that. He is
God
an
has
Old
already cursed
Testament
us all these
prophet.
fucking locusts.
There
I'm
is-
sorry, I love you guys.
Bernie
There's
is-
nothing like a public health crisis to sell a lot of Americans on a public health system. That's
Yep.
all I'll say.
Yeah.
No, Bernie is King David and Moses wrapped into one.
Well, I think I'm in the center, in terms of the two poles and how we're feeling about the coronavirus. I think a pandemic can be avoided by engaging in emergency hygiene procedures. For instance, if you use the bathroom, don't just run the water to make anyone listening think you wash your hands. Actually get your hands a little wet.
Wait a minute, really?
And also, if you are let's say, a celebrity podcaster, strangers should not touch you or really look at you at all.
Solid stuff.
I'm very famously a 0 on the fear scale for this one. One, I just think statistically, I'm not worried for myself or my loved ones. Two, I have consciously made an effort to dissociate completely as soon as Bernie started running so that I felt no fear about anything. I cannot die from coronavirus because I am already dead. It's not my choice when I go. It's up to a higher power, and his name is Bernie Sanders.
Again, Jewish God.
Felix, you're sort of our tactics guy. What do you? What do you make of this?
But again, I think like big vaccine is pushing this narrative. And if you follow the money in the mainstream media, you'll find that every journalist on CNN, their parents work at the free flu shot clinic at CVS. So follow the money, stay based.
Wait,
Think about, which of your neighbors would look good, running down your hallways like a Resident Evil 4, Spaniard type zombie. But but keep doing what you're doing. Watch The Bachelor with your wife. Go to your job at the graphic design firm. Just keep being a California sicko. That's what I think.
I thought we were pro-vaccine on this show. I mean, it's the only reason we have any listeners.
I don't know.
Respect, Amber. That was good.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to land on this one, but I will say, I think if you die from coronavirus, it's proof that you're a pussy. So if I either do or don't die from this, we'll finally get an answer to that question.
We already know.
I am halfway convinced that it was created by Bill Gates.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
This is a union town. We have a heart out on this night.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just give me just a tiny bit of the Bill Gates.
This is crazy, you guys.
But you have to remember, Bill Gates never made anything.
So last year, they did a pandemic simulation. And by they, I mean hosted by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And it was featuring a novel coronavirus that started in South America and spread. And they were testing, I guess, I don't really fucking understand like how that works, but they were testing to like see what the like media and public responses would be. They were seeing how like different institutions in the simulation would respond. And that was last year. Now,
wait, one question.
Yes.
What was the simulation? Like, how does that? Is it like The Sims for disease? Like, I don't know how that works.
I don't totally know. I figure it's like
It's The Sims.
Basically,
they
like
played The Sims.
It's got to be a model, computer
yeah.
modeler.
I feel like it's like when high schoolers go to like Model EU or Model UN or whatever the hell they do. It's like that, but for like oligarchs. But so they do this simulation last year. I'm not going to tell you what happened because it's a little dark and I don't want to ruin the mood. But I will say that just yesterday or 2 days ago, I can't remember, Bill Gates published a piece in the Harvard Business Review recommending public-private partnerships for what he calls disease surveillance technology. Yes, that's right.
They can finally check dudes for HPV?
No, baby, I'm sorry.
It's cool. I'm immune.
But it's like really freaky shit. Also, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, you know, they love global health, particularly in the global south. So, you know, eyes wide open, guys. Stay woke.
Okay.
I have. This is giving me an addendum theory.
Good.
What if the only way you could be immune from the coronavirus was, yes, if you had HPV, which means that it would be like the Matrix.
Yes.
But, you know, the Trinity, Morpheus, like those would all be people who don't use condoms.
Yeah.
Something to think about. And, you know, I'm not saying this is the case. I'm saying, like, this is just like a scenario that we ponder at this institute.
I've been accused of having HPV by a lot of girls. They all get tested. They don't fucking have it. They just have warts, I guess. I don't fucking know. Just kidding.
Okay. All right. Well,
That wasn't about you, baby.
To move on to something even more sickening than a global pandemic.
I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
See that? That's the cough of a condom user. That's what Trinity says in the lobby scene. Heads up, latex top.
You think that's latex you're breathing?
So we got Brace and Liz on stage tonight, and I wanted to take the opportunity to task them with assembling just a brief dossier on another political candidate. And we've alluded to this in some of our live shows on this tour before, but of course I'm talking about former New York City Mayor Mike Bloomberg.
Absolutely.
So this guy, he's got, like I said, his close friends and family, like the little green circle on Instagram, is filled with some very interesting people, and there's sort of a common denominator to all of them. So Brace and Liz, would you like to just take us briefly through the Mayor Bloomberg connection?
I think first we should let's refer to him by his proper name, Mini Mike.
Yes. Absolutely.
Mini Mike, look at him, he's so tiny.
I hate to do it, but I
He's
have
so
to do
little,
it.
look at how little he is.
Trump ducking today, that would win him the
Oh my
election.
God,
against
did you
Mike.
guys see
Oh
this?
my God.
Trump
Did you guys
did
see
an
today at
impression.
CPAC? He got down and
ducked.
hunched behind the fucking desk.
He ducked.
And it was like, hey, I'm Mini Mike. He would win 50 states.
Listen, I'm 5'6" with a small dick, and that guy looks like a pussy next to me. It's like a doorbell. But so Mike Bloomberg well, first of all, his face, I've been like trying to figure out a non-anti-Semitic way to describe it.
Don't bother.
Impossible. Can't be done.
I can do it, all right?
Well, you can't do it.
But it
He
looks
can't.
like
He
he looks
can't.
like someone made a CRISPR baby only for eating pussy. Like it's like sloped in such a way. It's triangular, It's fucking disgusting, which is...
That's, of course, ironic because, as we know, Michael Bloomberg has never eaten pussy once in his life.
Well, hey, me either. Give it up,
never eaten a
fellas.
pussy in his life.
That man's never eaten a pussy in his dadgum life.
And that's what's wrong with him.
That is totally what they're going to use CRISPR for, too.
Yeah, to make Mike Bloomberg...
No, he has never given pleasure to another human being.
Ugh.
Well, he's about
I think
to
the
give pleasure
NYPD
to
did
you.
pretty well under him,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. So Mike Bloomberg has 5 different numbers in Epstein's black book, which I know, fellas, a lot of us kind of found our ways in there, but it's usually 5 is a lot. Do we got the pictures?
Let's go with the first one.
So we have here. First of all, Jeffrey Epstein is doing like the Felix thing. He's got a Navy SEAL's uniform on.
Lieutenant Colonel Epstein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible valor.
Ghislaine is
stealing.
doing kind of a Virgil thing.
Yeah. It's Virgil's just really weighty breasts.
She's peacocking.
And of
Literally.
course, we have Clinton confidant, Harvey Weinstein, looking like...
God, imagine being raped by a penguin.
yeah. I mean,
Saggy
it's fucking
bag of
psycho.
human offal.
Between these 3, they've raped like possibly thousands and thousands and thousands of women.
He looks like a
Insane.
sentient intestine.
Yeah. Yes.
It's hideous.
Well, anyways,
It's like a really dark game of Clue. With the candlestick? Really? Jesus.
anyways, real quick, Chris, can you go to the next picture, please? So,
Vibe check.
we've got Mike Bloomberg here with the guy who does Fuck Jerry and Harvey Weinstein on the far right here.
Oh my God, can we talk about his outfit?
Which one?
Okay, culottes.
Yeah. Why do you guys keep saying cool? What are you saying?
Culottes.
What
Culottes.
is that?
That is
He's
like
wearing
it's like
culottes.
a long
He's wearing
short
culottes.
for ladies.
Yeah, it's like they
ladies'
flare
long
as shorts. Look, they're not flattering for me and they're not flattering for him.
Usually they're high-waisted.
I don't
Yeah.
think he's wearing socks.
Well,
He's
he
got- oh,
high-waisted for him.
No,
would
he
be
is
over
wearing
his
socks. He's wearing
Yeah.
flesh-colored socks.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
Bloomberg is dressed like he's getting a UTI from having unprotected sex at Tisch School for the Performing Arts.
It looks like he's like shrinking into his outfit.
So well,
looks
he
like
cannot.
if the-
Actually, I don't think he literally can shrink anymore than he
know.
is. So Bloomberg and Harvey Weinstein have a very, very, very close connection. Of course, both of them are connected to Epstein, but I think this is just interesting. Weinstein actually recorded a robocall for Bloomberg in 2005, and he referred to him. So Weinstein is a Clinton surrogate, and by Clinton surrogate, I mean a serial rapist. And he...
Allegedly.
Yeah, and...
Oh wait, no, arrested.
Not anymore.
No, not allegedly, dude!
Ooh, freedom from allegedly.
Unfortunately, the people who arrested him are also like covering for a pedophile ring, so I don't know. But yeah, Weinstein like loved Bloomberg. They were good friends. In fact, he called him a transvestite Republican because he was such a
Well, that's
Democrat.
problematic.
I know. It's don't listen. It was 2005. Don't dig up people's old tweets. It's like people change.
He was posting on something awful.
He's a bit thinner than most of those guys. But yeah, good friends. Let's go to the next slide real quick. Oh, wait, that's just more of that. Sorry, I sent you too much email. Next one.
Wow, good quality, Brace.
That one's, this is a drawing I did. All right, hello.
hello.
Dude, her breasts get larger and saggier as the, how do they get bigger?
That's called aging.
I think she
get
got
bigger?
I think she had a boob job.
Yeah, she probably had him done.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look,
Usually when you get them done, though, you also
Yeah.
push them up.
No, she got him done in her 40s.
Oh, I love
think.
this. You're all like Joan Rivers for pedophiles.
yeah, yeah. So
You know
this,
what, guys?
of course, is Michael
now
Bloomberg.
is not the time to body shame.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Do better.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I love to do bodies and spaces.
I do.
More
not get me
proof that
started how much I
Mike
fucking love
Bloomberg is
bodies.
5'2". Mike
So-
Bloomberg is 5'2".
He's
Yeah.
damn. It looks like you're really smoking a cig.
That's why I
He's
bought
here
it.
with Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell, as many of you know, is the secret prime minister of Israel. The daughter, check this shit out. Check this shit out. She is, I don't know why I'm doing it like this. She is, I gotta stand up. I'm so excited to talk about this. Because we have not only a Bloomberg connection here, we have a Pete connection as well. So she is the daughter of technically British Czech, but really Israeli super spy, Robert Maxwell, who was pushed off his fucking boat,
Who
died.
also, pushed off the boat, which was named Lady Ghislaine, who also had a huge hand in busting the 1984-1985 miners' strike, which brought down the British welfare state.
Really?
Yes.
That's weird because he was also a Labour MP.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, funny how that works.
They were good for like 2 years. You guys don't have to like them anymore. So, she's standing here with them. All right, you might think, okay, whatever. These are just like some socialites hanging out. But her whole family. So check this shit out. One of her nephews.
Speak on it.
Was working about when is this? 2013? In fact, this very year. Was working in the Clinton State Department. The Bureau of Near Eastern Affairs. Now, Near Eastern actually means Middle Eastern. It goes from Iran all the way, I think, to Libya. And her nephew actually presided over the Friends of Libya group, like working group in the State Department, which was the group that coordinated the attack on our fallen martyr, Muammar Gaddafi.
Yes, not the best friends of Syria.
No,
Libya
frenemies.
The other group he was part of while he was working in the State Department was the Friends of Syria Committee, trying to overthrow the democratically elected president of Syria, Bashar al-Assad.
The lion.
The lion. Unfortunately, he was vanquished. So you'd be like, damn, that's
Imagine
crazy.
someone going there to do that.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah, because Felix is ISIS thing?
Look, everyone has a gap year.
There were, yeah. So you're like, oh, damn, that's fucking crazy. He's one of 2 political appointees in the Clinton State Department. The other one is George Mitchell, who's one of the people that Virginia Giuffre, one of the main Epstein victims, said raped her. So both Clinton appointees to the Bureau of Near Eastern Affairs were intimately connected with Ghislaine Maxwell. Her other nephew, who I won't name because I feel like I get in trouble for it.
doxing.
No doxing. Currently volunteers on 18th and Castro for Pete Buttigieg every weekend.
Yeah.
Respect. I don't know. I like it when people get politically active. All right, let's go to the next one. Yes.
There we go.
Oh my God, so good looking.
Yeah.
That is the most vibe checks ever passed.
Okay,
I'm sorry, I'm
tag
just still taking
yourself.
this in.
Tag yourself.
I'm Leslie Wexner.
I am the bow-tied pervert.
The bow tie guy is like dark Matthew Lesko.
Yes.
Well, isn't
That's
he
the
like
evil
he's a
Lesko.
college president, right?
Yeah.
I don't
he's
fucking deal with that shit.
he's the ex-president of, oh man, now I'm going to get really into it.
Is it Orville Redenbacher?
Of Ohio State University. Now, you guys might know a little bit about Ohio State University and their athletic department.
Why would they know about that?
Because
Okay,
Brace,
sorry.
you're supposed
Because
to know
of
about this.
the what's his name? The Republican Jim Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
Now, yeah, I should say that I believe, this is allegedly, I'm glad we're recording this, so this will be on record, but this is off the record. I think Leslie Wexner is a big contributor to the Ohio State University athletic department.
Oh, big time.
Definitely is.
Now, if any of you are sports fans, and I should say I am, because I'm based as hell,
Yeah.
you know
You're
that
cringe and
Ohio
blue-pilled.
State is, that's the number one college football department in the country. And a lot of it is because of the funding that they receive. So you can thank these guys up here who are in no way connected to allegedly international pedophile rings and the CIA for that fucking shit.
Say.
So a little
Go
more
Badgers.
about Leslie Wexner. Leslie Wexner is, there's a lot to go in about Leslie Wexner. He is like, but he is the guy who gave Jeffrey Epstein his like real start in life. He taught him how to fuck kids. He basically like when he owns Victoria's Secret, right, among a bunch of other things, including unfortunately the majority share of TrueAnon. But
That's just through the CIA.
Yeah, well, it's a cutout, whatever. He actually did own what became, or he didn't own, but he was a frequent and most frequent user of Air America's next iteration after Air America, the Heron.
Not the
Jeanine
Rachel Maddow
Garofalo and
radio
Sam
program.
Yeah.
He was always
actually, that's what's the handsy guy who was the fucking congressman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he was friends with Al Franken. That's not true. So he owned Victoria's Secret. When he owned Victoria's Secret until...
Nothing we say is true.
Yeah, it's all alleged. Until a few days ago, he owned Victoria's Secret. Now, he owned it for a long time. I think he was the longest-serving CEO on the Fortune 500 list or whatever. Jeffrey Epstein would pretend to be like a talent scout. These guys love pretending to be talent scout. Ladies, listen.
There's no such thing as a talent
There
scout.
is no such thing as a talent
There's
scout.
no such thing.
Do not fall for it. Sometimes people are like, you would be great in a podcast. We should go out to dinner sometime. But, actually, there's no but to that. I think all of you would be great on a podcast. So Jeffrey Epstein would pose as a talent scout, and you know the rest of that. So Leslie Wexner, a few days ago, after some more revelations about one of his right-hand men, Ed Razek, who, of course, who would have guessed, is a serial rapist. Every guy who works at that company, allegedly. Come on, you're working at Victoria's Secret? You're 65 years old? You're trying to get some pussy.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's not a well-kept secret.
No fucking, yeah, perverts. Anyways, I used to be a model, so this is difficult for me. Leslie Wexner is basically forced to step down from Victoria's Secret a few days ago. Victoria's Secret, immediately the majority share is bought up by something called Sycamore Capital.
Yes.
And our dear friend of the pod, Lee Fong, discovered that Michael Bloomberg's money is heavily invested in Sycamore Capital. So it's looking likely that while Leslie Wexner steps down, Michael Bloomberg steps in. So,
That's called leadership.
That's the pedophile
Bloomberg's
giving
trying to
circle.
take over the whole board.
Yes, for every
He's trying to run
pedophile
everything.
that steps down in Washington, Michael Bloomberg will step up.
Yep, he's going to
With the
take
help
over.
of a ladder, because he can't really...
He's going to take over the weird pedophile parastate. He's going to become president. He's
We're
going to
bringing
control
back
everything.
girdles. Women are wearing girdles again. I can't wait to see what he has in store for the line at Victoria's Secret.
There's
a lot of
one more...
flesh-colored, full coverage bras.
It's actually more like a sheet. Not like...
We've got a new type of corset that hurts women even more.
So there's one more thing. Actually, there's a bunch more things about Michael
There's
Bloomberg's
so
money.
much.
First of all, he would be worse than Trump, hands down.
Yes.
Yes.
No, he would be the architect from the Matrix. He would be the architect.
I take the Menaker pledge to vote for Donald Trump, no matter who wins.
That wasn't the pledge.
Who wins the Democratic Party?
I did not.
I don't know if I'm full Menaker pledge.
Yeah.
Because I don't support Donald Trump either. But if you do, Will, I respect you.
Yeah.
I will say that, like...
I am standing
Like-
firm in upholding the Menaker promises to keep America great.
By the way, I put Nelly on the list tonight.
Bloomberg is, like, legit, though, the, like, black pill accelerationist candidate.
Oh, yes.
Like,
Yes.
if you want to see America, like, turn into Singapore, Bloomberg's your guy.
What do you mean,
And-
clean, free of graffiti and drug use?
A
No, I
socialist
mean-
government? Just playing, fellas. That's one of them boys' jokes.
like, he is the most, like, mask-off candidate maybe in history.
I think you should
like,
put a mask on.
It's literally like, he's like, okay. I mean, you guys don't understand. He could, if he were the president, he would just go to Congress and say, okay, I'm going to pay for all your re-election, so you don't have to do anything. Just pass every single bill I want. And they would say, okay, because that's all they care about. Like, it would be full mask off.
yep.
The masses realize
That's exactly
we live
what
in a
he would do.
one-party fucking state.
Yeah.
Well,
That is just authoritarian executive power.
someone brought this up to me earlier too, because I just don't think Trump has the attention span or vision or agenda to meet the standards of fascism.
No.
But Bloomberg, even down to the details. So this election isn't the first time Bloomberg and Bernie have butted heads. During Occupy Wall Street, one defended the
Absolutely.
encampment, and one of them was shutting them down. So does anyone remember why Bloomberg said we have to raise this village?
Hygiene.
Cleanliness. They're filthy. They're a filthy people.
Too many sodas.
Yes.
They're filthy people. We have to, pogrom. I mean, like we gotta get them out of there. Is the thing. And he gets away with this shit because I don't know. New York was like dirty and dangerous for a while, so people sort of want, some kind of order or whatever. But he is a legit fucking freak.
Yeah.
Talk about purifying.
Yeah.
I would also just remind people that occurred under a Democratic president.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Barack Obama was president when that all went down and absolutely knew and was okay with all of that. So I just want to put that out there.
Well, Obama famously, when Michael Bloomberg was running for his third term as mayor, which he was banned by the city constitution, but he did it anyway. Obama technically endorsed his opponent, Bill Thompson, who was a black guy who would have been the second black mayor of New York if he had won. But Obama famously refused to go to New York City and campaign for Bill Thompson because he was very much so hedging his bets in the matter.
Very cool.
Bloomberg won by a hair.
No, people
Barely.
forget
if
that.
Barack Obama had gone to campaign against Bloomberg, just made 1 or 2 appearances in the city, Bill Thompson would have won.
Yeah.
It was that close.
We love our O'Bungler, don't we,
He
folks?
doesn't love you. He doesn't love you.
So I think it was 2008 or 2012 maybe, that Bloomberg had a surrogate go on TV and offer either political party $1 billion to let him become vice president.
I mean, he literally said that on television.
Alpha fucking move. Alpha fucking move.
Yeah, kind of respect.
Yeah.
But in a dark way.
That is the more evil version of Dan Blazarian paying to be in Lone Survivor.
Yes, and then he sued them too. He fucking ruled. It's too bad that Dan Bilzerian did post Snapchats while he was flying over Jeffrey Epstein's island in the version, and you can match it with the island, and it looks like he is landing there.
I don't
respect to all other Armenians.
I don't think that people really comprehend how much money and influence Bloomberg has.
I'm fucking voting for him, dude.
He's already
I know,
spent
you're
more
paid
money.
off.
He's already spent more money than anyone ever has to ever run for president, and he's only been doing it for 2 months.
Yeah.
And it's all on $27 donations. It's
The thing is, I really
Like all the
don't
shell
think,
companies.
Bloomberg maybe in some fluke situation could prevent Bernie from getting the nomination, but there's no universe where Bloomberg wins. I don't think that's going to be possible.
No, I don't think
But
so.
if he were to win, then we would never have another non-billionaire president. That would be it.
Yeah.
It would be Bloomberg and then Zuckerberg and then fucking Bezos.
No, Bezos. That's
It
the
would
one
be
guy.
Bezos is
it would
the
be
one.
fucking
That's the
Warren
one.
Buffett's
For
head in a
Bezos.
tarantulas robot jar.
The Maria Theresa sort of enlightened despot period would be all the Catholic pizza billionaires.
Yeah.
Bring
Monahan.
back soda.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if everyone caught it at the debate, but he accidentally, parapraxis, you gotta love it, came out and said, I bought all of the...
Yeah, he said, I bought
But
them.
he literally did. I don't think you guys understand. Every town, his anti-gun, organization.
By the way, if you want your fucking guns to be taken away by Michael Bloomberg,
Yeah, you're a cuck.
yeah.
Yep.
That is cringe and fucking blue-pilled.
No, but they literally funneled so much money into the midterm elections. They basically bought the entire Virginia legislature, that was a big story about how Virginia, we flipped it red to blue or whatever, and it's because of
White face to
Bloomberg.
black face.
And it's paid off. And I will say, if you want to, I'm going to give a shout out because The Intercept has been doing amazing reporting, and it's really hard to find good, honest reporting on all of the dark money moves. And, you know how much I hate journalists, so that means a lot for me.
All right, who here voted for London Breed?
Oh, fuck.
Nobody? So, all right, this is a little ironic that I always get accused of being sexist. I'm the only person who fucking voted for a woman. So our mayor, who is psychotic.
Allegedly.
No.
Okay.
She tried to hit me and Jen in a car once. It's not
London
try, she almost
Bream?
did. London Breed.
That's
London
not someone
Breed.
from The Young and the Restless?
Well, So a little backstory on this. About, I think it was 7 or 8 years ago, a guy named Durf Butler.
Wait, this is real.
Okay, get out of here.
What?
Making up
It's true.
bullshit.
You're fucking
Oh,
with
it gets
us.
better, guys.
A
It
guy
gets so
named
much
Durf
better.
Butler came
Fucked
out
a dog, I'm
with-
sure.
with a guy. Well, I don't know if you guys remember Shrimp Boy. That's right.
Shrimp Boy
This is
innocent.
a free Shrimp Boy podcast.
By the way,
Exact.
that nickname is like pretty unfair. Like my dick does get bigger. By the way,
I just want to
There's a lot
say,
of
I'm Jewish. I
out
can't
there.
eat shellfish.
Durf Butler outed Shrimp Boy.
Yeah.
Which is just a great
Well,
statement to
he
say.
he
out loud.
really he kind of ratted on London Breed. He was like, she was taking fucking what do you call it? Gift cards, untraceable gift cards from Shrimp Boy. Of course, our city is a piece of shit.
Yes.
And so no one looked at. They're all just like, well, I don't know. Willie Brown pays all of us, so she's technically my fucking coworker. So what's the point of looking into it? Anyways, fast forward down the line, and very recently, our progressive mayor, our progressive mayor.
Love progressive.
Yes. She endorsed Michael Bloomberg. And a lot of people were like, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, and all those stupid piece of shit fucking Democratic clubs wrote a letter to her being like, oh, but he's transphobic. It's like, motherfucker, you voted for London. I don't know what to tell you. You voted for fucking London Breed. She is Mike Bloomberg. Yeah, it is... It also came out that she had been taking possibly some untoward donations from her employee, the DPW head, Mohammed Nuru, who is the inventor of Nuru Massage.
No.
It's true. He gave one. Oh, he lied to me then.
I don't know what that is.
I'll tell you after. She had her 18-year-old car fixed for $5,600 from him, which I mean obviously isn't fucking true. And he's arrested by the FBI now, and I cannot wait to see what happens to her. But that's a lesson here. I think that every single person who endorsed Michael Bloomberg should be arrested.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
100%.
This should not be a controversial stance. This is basic justice.
Yeah.
You're a traitor to humanity.
You cannot be rehabilitated if you're a Bloomberg booster. That's
No.
it.
You're one of the people who has the sign that says "Hail Ants" when the alien ants show up.
Okay, so Bloomberg is the guy who, like, a lot of the people in the Democratic Party are like, it's just like they're playing musical chairs right now. I mean, after Biden won South Carolina, maybe they're going to go back to him to be like, he's
Yeah,
our next
yeah,
hope.
yeah.
Because Bloomberg is. I mean, after those debate performances, I mean, come on.
What do
Like,
you
it's
want
just-
from me, people?
Okay,
I'm
so
rich.
It was
So-
pretty good.
they're playing music, like, who's going to be the guy to stop Bernie Sanders, right? And I want to talk now about their plan for doing that. And this comes courtesy of the New York Times. And once again, this is a sort of a theme on this tour here for these primaries is we were right. We continue
Always
to be right
and forever.
about everything.
Eternally, always. Eternally correct in all matters, always eternally.
We
Might be
continue
magic.
to be right about everything. It's just the things that we're right about are all blood-curdlingly awful. But here's the thing. We are right about one very big thing that's quite good. You know what I'm talking about. Bernie Sanders. Yeah, okay.
He is big, too. He is big. I met him he came and interviewed for the ILW. The man walks in, he's like, where the hell can I get a cup of coffee? Which was really, I found that very charming. But he's like 6'3".
Chad.
So
we got
here's
a
the thing.
Chad on our hands.
Fantastic. Absolutely did not give a shit that I was
So
talking to him.
their strategy for dealing with Bernie Sanders, should he continue to win, and he will if everyone in this audience continues to do
He
their
will
job.
win. He will gallop
Get ready, you
unstoppable.
guys. Get ready.
So their strategy for dealing with this is the Democratic Party is currently in a tailor shop getting fitted for a bespoke suicide vest.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're going to detonate should they get the chance.
Oh, they'll do it. They don't care.
And I'm speaking, of course, about this comes courtesy of the New York Times just this last week. Democratic leaders willing to risk party damage to stop Bernie Sanders, which is ironic because I'm willing to risk the same thing to elect him. So,
Yeah.
That's fine.
In fact, it's a requirement.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can't have one without the other.
Yes.
We will see who is bluffing soon enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, if these people think that we will
In
not...
this game of chicken, oh my God, I have nothing to lose.
If these people think that we will not destroy the Democratic Party, they do not understand what's happening.
Wait, but that's like the whole point.
We live in a fucking... San Francisco is a democratic city, and it's fucking horrible to live here.
Yes.
It's fucking... I've never lived more than like 10 miles from where we're sitting right now, and I'll tell you fucking what, it's like everything's so fucking expensive, it's disgusting, the fucking pigs are
Everyone
shitheads.
sucks shit.
Everyone sucks shit. It's all fucking rich people. They give they give fucking Twitter. I mean, Twitter's fucking sitting down there like the fucking Obergruppenführer Bureau on fucking Market Street.
Some of you are
And I'll tell you what, once Corona gets here and gets here bad, they'll fucking start putting those homeless people in camps, swear to fucking God.
FEMA
Let them
camps,
bring
yep.
them. I'm a Nuru, already fucking got a head start on that.
Yeah.
So fuck them.
We literally live in a society. You guys know what I mean?
So here's the thing.
Yeah, but Brace, at least you can't vape.
I know, and fucking Julie's banned here. It's not even banned in goddamn Marin.
That's why you make me buy
Hey,
your
can you
Juul
guys drink
pods for
sodas
you.
here, or did they ban the sodas?
Like, thank God they closed down the fucking one gun store in San Francisco and banned fucking flavored tobacco, and now all fucking Juul, because at least my rent is still fucking, my rent isn't actually this, but most people's is like $3,500.
Brace
Fuck
and
'em.
I are becoming preppers, you
These
guys. We're
people are
going
all
full
fucking
crazy.
So here you go. This goes, I mean, they're just telling you what they're gonna do. So, I mean, like, I'm taking them at their word for this. And they should take me at my word for what I'm gonna do if they fucking do it. Interviews with dozens of Democratic Party officials, including 93 superdelegates, found overwhelming opposition to handing Mr. Sanders a nomination if he fell short of a majority of delegates.
They're all saying,
This is not a snake thing.
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah. Since Mr. Sanders' victory in the Nevada caucuses on Saturday, the Times has interviewed 93 party officials, all of them superdelegates, who could have a say in the nominee at the convention and found overwhelming opposition to handing from California to the Carolinas. Party leaders say they worry Mr. Sanders, a Democratic socialist with passionate but limited support so far. I love that line. Hey, do you know? Wait.
in America.
Do you know who has even more limited support than Sanders so far? Every other fucking candidate. And what they're doing is that they're trying to say, well, 60% of the people that have voted so far didn't vote for Bernie Sanders.
Yes.
So that's the majority. And it's like, wait a second. That would only be the case if you put the remaining assholes into the Brindlefly teleporter and just had them vote for the steaming mass of flesh and innards that came out the other side of it.
Well, you could also put them in like
And
a
they
large
might do that
compactor.
too.
It's just really funny to watch them all like kind of play these language games. I'm really excited to watch what the media response to Super Tuesday is, because it's so wild watching. It's like, actually, majority doesn't. He has plurality, not majority. Plurality is the word that we all need to use, and they're all using all these. All these other people have these mixes that make majority, not plural. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Bernie
shut
Sanders
the fuck
is
up.
plural gang.
It's like, I don't know. It's just really fun watching all these gymnastics by the
2016.
lamestream media.
It's 2016 all over again.
It is, but
It's
from the GOP
uncanny.
side.
Except this time we're Trump, dude.
Yes, it's insane.
Yeah.
No, it's like they say that. They're like, like Trump? It's like, yes,
mean like
exactly
someone
like
who won?
Trump.
No, but
Guess
it's
who
like,
fucking won the election?
but that's what's so crazy is like they had. Virgil and I were just talking about this when we were smoking cigarettes, like cool people, and. It's so crazy. They had 4 years to prepare for this scenario, and like literally, they're like kids that didn't study for the exam or whatever. It's like it's insane. They don't know what they're doing. It's like watching all of these things fall into place, and you're like, how did they fuck this up? It's fucking wild, and it really shows. And I'm really serious about this. Like, the Democratic Party is not a party in any meaningful sense.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
And like, if it were, there literally would have been a smoke-filled room. There would have been a fucking candidate.
Yes.
But there's not. And I have to say, and this is what I said, outside, is that like there's a really important piece to be written about how Obama dismantled the Democratic Party.
Yes.
Thank you, Obama.
Well,
Yeah,
Obama
I mean,
was-
maybe. But
honestly?
it's literally just a coterie of consultants who are all looking out for their own ass. I mean, look at all the where's ex-Obama people? Okay, they're all VCs
Yep,
or
line in their
fucking
pockets.
podcasters.
Uber. Yeah.
You know what
I
this
mean?
says?
They're marketeers.
You know what this means? Is that Barack Obama is the most joker-fied politician of the 21st century.
Damn.
Wow.
Well,
He is the joker. He's the chief joker.
But you know, the presence of Joker requires the birth of a Batman.
Yes.
And the gentle touch of a lady Joker.
And you know what? And like Batman, both of Bernie Sanders' parents died when he was very young as well. Sorry. Okay.
Also like Batman.
But it's a good thing. It's why he's a hero.
Also
Come
like
on.
I
Batman.
don't like comic
Bernie
book
Sanders
stuff.
is rich. Oh, sorry. I'm just kidding.
He's got
I don't
a
like
bat
comic book
cabin.
Stuff. That's
He makes
so
like-
absurd.
That little cabin is his bat
Yeah.
cave with the little chicken.
Yeah. Batwoman stole
all right, now we're
college.
getting a little anti-Semitic again.
So cute.
Okay, no, but you mentioned Obama, and it's going on in this article. It says others are urging former President Barack Obama to get involved to broker a truce, either among the four monitor candidates or between the Sanders and the establishment wings, according to three people familiar with these conversations. William Owen, a DNC member from Tennessee, suggested that if Mr. Obama was unwilling, his wife Michelle could be nominated as vice president, giving the party a figure they could still rally behind.
How is she gonna do that when she's got to produce her Netflix shows?
Here's my favorite part about this article. You're talking about like the kids who hadn't studied for their midterm and they're cramming. This is what they're coming up with. Representative Don Beyer of Virginia casts an even wider net, suggesting senators from Virginia and Delaware, along with Ms. Pelosi, as possible nominees. At some point,
No, don't worry. Pelosi's getting coronavirus.
okay, check this out. At some point, you could imagine someone saying, "Let's go get Mark Warner, Chris Coons, Nancy Pelosi
Let's
said."
get the gang back together.
Somebody that could win and we could all get behind and celebrate.
Otto Scorsese.
That's weird because neither of those things would happen. They would lose and no one would celebrate. Or
Here's
get
the thing.
behind them.
Yes. I just want to make this clear. We talked about Elizabeth Warren in the first act, and we're talking about just anyone that they can get in if they can. They're gonna rat fuck him out of it. Even if he comes with vastly more votes and delegates
Yes.
than any of the other candidates, if he doesn't cross that 1991 threshold, they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I know, we've been, or certainly I have been considered of being coercive, threatening people to withhold the votes of my podcast from a general election.
Alpha.
Doing toxic masculinity.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
You are going to lose subscriber, DNC.
But here's the thing. Let's be clear. Sure, I'll cop to that. But this is a Mexican standoff. They're holding a gun to my head, too. This is the end of Reservoir Dogs, and, who's going to pull the fucking trigger first? And, we're making the offer, and for the first time, because of the strength and size of the Sanders movement and its success so far, this is the first time in my lifetime in which we have the actual power to make the same offer to them that they've been making to us for our entire lives. And
we
guess what?
have the upper hand for the first time in forever, and I think we are being very generous. I've said this before. The worst thing about a Bernie presidency is that it will save the Democratic Party. So,
Yeah. Very
do
true.
you want to live?
Oh, man.
But Grace, as you said, it's sort of first of all, I know we're gaming out a plan because these people are just telling you what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It doesn't even have to be like that. We can save them from killing themselves if we really want to by winning so many fucking delegates that it just doesn't matter.
Here's the thing.
Stop it up there,
Here's actually the
delegates,
little
like
good
a
thing about
biscuit.
that.
I will say it is very fucking sweet to see all these pansy ass cuck.
Say bitches.
No, he said it. I'll say dorks. Fucking saying, what do I have to choose between the lesser of two evils? It's welcome to the fucking party, bitch. Nice to see you here. Bye-bye.
So we know what they're saying. They're They're holding everyone hostage. Everyone hold up today's newspaper, and we'll take a photo of the whole audience tonight and send it to DNC headquarters to. And like I'm already.
You just all have Stockholm syndrome. We're the Pied Pipers, as we've heard from the beautiful gray lady.
And guess what? I have already bought one of those scream vocal distortion things. So when I call Tom Perez, it'll sound cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Amber, I fucked the gray lady.
I bet you did.
HPV.
But just to close this out, they're telling you what they're gonna do, and I just want to provide here now a vision of what they're trying to stop, of what these people would literally sacrifice their only child to prevent from happening, which is a sweet man from Vermont giving you health care.
No!
Anything to stop that.
It's not intersectional health care.
Black women should get different health care. Yeah, this is Will's Bernie.
So I sort of, this is a good Bernie, bad Bernie, good cop, bad cop, and I start with two selections of the Bernie Sanders that I love and respond to. This is who they're trying to destroy. These awful people, these awful men. This is what they're trying to stop, and it's not gonna work. But this is what they're trying to do. This is the man that they're trying to stop.
The baseball crowd.
I eat extra sharp. That's what I eat. They produce great cheese, and they're internationally known for what they do. And we wish them the very best of luck in another 90 years.
That's Bernie professing his love for extra sharp cheddar cheese, which I gotta be honest, keep that shit away from him now.
Dude, also, I respect for one of us not being lactose intolerant.
I think he does what a lot of us do, which is realize he's intolerant and just go anyway.
Not me. I take care of myself.
No.
Also, some of us like the bathroom and like going there.
No, it's fine. Cheese is good for you. We all know that. It's like vaping. It's just good for you. When I interviewed Bernie, after the camera stopped rolling, I offered him a few hits of my Juul because, I'm like, hey, Senator, you never seen something like this. You never met a cool guy before. Just have some. And he was like, I heard that might cause heart palpitations. So I said, no, it doesn't. It's good for you. It makes you. This is right first. No, it's fine.
And then, wait a minute, what happened a week later?
I don't know. I don't read the news.
He had a heart attack, dude.
He said it was.
Okay.
He said Juling's cool though.
Okay, here is my clip number 2 of the Bernie Sanders I know and love.
Actually, this is one of the fun days of the year for me. I love it. And we don't.
Okay, the score is by Philip Glass. Sorry.
200 people.
Yeah, I'm sorry for this barrage of David Lynch ominous noises here. But he's actually planting that brain tree from the Red Room.
Yes, the G.
Love getting brain from the tree.
15 city workers for a week.
Giacometti tree.
And concentrating that energy in one area, such as tree planting, can really transform the city. So
he's saying this is from his public access show in Vermont, where he's talking about concentrating the energy of his community to coming together and planting 200 trees in Burlington.
Oh, what a sweetheart! How can you not love this man? I love him so much.
Sounds like hippie bullshit to me.
Yeah, Amber, you give the counter case here.
I have a different Bernie that I love. This shit, fine. It plays well with the soft kids. But the Bernie in my heart, in my cold, black little heart, which beats only for the glorious cause of the workers' movement. You'll see that here in my clip of my Bernie. So I'm gonna need you to hold your fucking applause. So help me God, San Francisco, I will punch every hippie I see if you do not hold your fucking applause until the end of this clip. I know you're gonna wanna clap, but there is an arc. You just gotta be patient.
You gotta wait for it. You gotta wait for it. It builds here.
Sacramento was able to hold their applause. They
did a great job.
Sacramento is better behaved than San
psychopaths,
Francisco.
those dirt worshipping sad people.
Recess
They can
5
manage to
minutes
do
early.
it.
if you hold your applause till the end.
Yes. Come on,
To support the important amendment brought forth by Congressman Dellums and Congresswoman Waters. Sometimes I think that the people in this institution and in the White House are really losing contact and not knowing what's going on with the American people. In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt. They think that maybe, given all of the crises facing this country, it's about time that there was some bold leadership here and that this institution made some hard choices. And this is what the choice is about. We are spending $270 billion a year on the military, but we don't have a major enemy. I know it hurts your feelings. I know you're upset about it. I know you're hoping and praying that maybe we'll have another war. Maybe somebody will rise up. But it ain't happening. The Soviet Union doesn't exist. The Warsaw Pact is through. Who are you worried about? Iraq? Panama? Who are you worried about? I'll tell you who I'm worried about. I'm worried about the fact that our workers are seeing a decline in their standard of living. They want to see our industry be rebuilt. That's what they want to see. No more B-2 bombers. No more Star Wars. Let's make the quality products we need. Let's invest in American industry. No, I won't yield. The American people want to see our kids educated. They want a Head Start program. They want their kids to be able to go to college. They want to wipe out the fact that 5 million children in this country go to bed hungry. They want child care for their kids. They want decent education. Let's have the guts to give some leadership to this country. The Cold War's over. Let's reinvest in America. Let's support this amendment.
Time of the gentleman has expired. The gentleman from California.
Okay.
Bernie, 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 Bernie. Woo! San Francisco, California. I will tell you what I have now had the privilege of telling San Diego, Los Angeles, Sacramento, and now all the way to you.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders on Super Tuesday cannot just win California.
No.
He has to fucking blow it out of the water.
Yeah.
California, do you want to win by 1 point or do you want to win by fucking 30 points?
I've heard Santa Cruz needs volunteers. They need canvassers in Santa Cruz.
I got
Go there if you can.
I got a little information for you. There are official Bernie canvassers and phone banks all day over the Bay Area, and you can find one close to you at map.berniesanders.com. Additionally, there is a nonstop Bernie operation being run out of the East Bay DSA office. You can walk right in at any time between now and Tuesday, and you'll be put straight to work. The address is 3832 Market Street in Oakland.
You can also sign up to the San Francisco DSA. They're doing that shit too. It's in the fucking lobby.
One more bit of just sort of like a PSA here. It's a break. This is a make or break state, but there's a catch. Voters who are registered no party preference must request a Democratic crossover ballot in order to vote for Bernie in the California primary on March 3rd. If you have already received a ballot in the mail and Bernie Sanders' name does not appear, do not use the ballot. Instead, go to your polling place or local county elections office to get one. Some voting centers have already opened. If you need any more information or have any questions at all, please go to berniesanders.com/California or call the California's campaign hotline at 818-856-5083. We will tweet this out in case you need to check it out. But California, this is the last stop on our tour. We have been to Iowa, which we won. We have been to New Hampshire, which we won. We have been to Nevada, which was a fucking massacre for Bernie Sanders. California, do you want that like weird desert state that's next door to you guys to show you up? Fuck no. Our goal when we go home on Wednesday is to fly back to the shitty, cold-ass Northeast. Is to fly back warm deep inside by knowing that all 415 of California's delegates are safe in the back pocket of Bernie fucking Sanders.
Get that brain!
Every other candidate, fuck them. Go home. You get nothing. San Francisco, California, this has been a joy. Before we go, as always, we must pay homage to the man behind the ones and twos, the man who makes it all possible. Producer Chris Wade, let's come out here on the stage. Also, real quick, a thank you to Molly O'Brien, our director of photography and co-producer.
Queen!
Who did a masterful editing job on our political ads that you saw at Intermission. And last, but certainly not least, to Brace and Liz from TrueAnon Podcast.
Yes! The king and queen of the Bay Area!
Please like and subscribe to TrueAnon to destroy your brain even further than listening to our podcast. San Francisco, Palace of Fine Arts Theater. We are Chapo Trap House. This is the end of our tour. Let's go out and finish this fucking fight on Tuesday.
Yes!
Yeah!
Good night. Let's win it for fucking Bernie.